I'm expecting a good match, I hope. Again, folks, for those of you unaware, the players that are playing in this grand final here at BlizzCon 2005 for StarCraft are Yellow and Reach, both players getting a little bit of practice. Right before the match, just making sure they build things properly and whatnot. The maps tonight, or today, going to be Signal, then Roads to Antigua Prime, and if there is a third, it will go to King of the Abyss. Now keep in mind, folks, this is the grand finals, and Reach did come up from the losers bracket, as you can see by the very pretty chart up on the big screen. So if Reach does manage to pull out the first set of maps, we will move to another set because he will knock Yellow down into the losers bracket. So we could see a grand total of about 6 maps, and you can see my voice explode over that time. Again, we're just waiting on the players to make sure they are ready to go. After all, it is for quite a bit of money, so they like to make sure they get the appropriate amount of practice beforehand. And I think we are about to get started. Whoa, hold on. Okay, folks, we are going to get this match started. Let's get some cheering going. Come on. Louder, come on. There we go. All right, folks, we are underway. Taking a quick look here at the very fancy colors. Yellow wishing his teammate good luck, and Reach returning the favor. Yellow in the brown and Reach in the white. Yellow going to be playing Zerg, as he normally does, and Reach going to be playing Protoss. The map is Signal to start us off, and I am Wax Steven for Inside the Game, www.radioitg.com. Be sure to check us out on the interweb. Got some early scouting coming from Yellow, starting with that Overlord. More drones popping for him. Reach has been playing very aggressive today. Kind of curious myself to see if he will be doing the same kind of strategy versus his opponent. Signal has been the player favorite here at the tournament. Most players seem to think that this is the most balanced map, or just their map of choice. Some scouting coming from Reach as well. Sending off some probes. Trying to get in a slight melee conflict with his opponent. Who's got money on the probe? Oh, hit and run. Reach going with a pretty interesting building selection here to start things off. Some interesting early choices from both players. Again, Signal, probably a player favorite here, and I haven't really played it too much myself, so I couldn't tell you whether or not I like it very much. But it appears Reach is not straying too far from his normal strategy here of today. Staying pretty aggressive. He has seen the expo of his opponent. Photon cannon being warped in. Second photon cannon being warped in. Another pylon on the way. He's going to try and block in those photon cannons. If one pylon gets destroyed, the other one is still there to support them. Expansion canceled here. And Reach going to end his construction of those buildings. And the probe wins. I think we can get a little clap for the probe. I think we can name this probe. It is very deserving of a name. Let's name it Elroy. Elroy the probe. Got some links popping out now for yellow. Elroy doing some scouting. Link's coming down, doing some damage to that photon cannon. Gonna end it. Expo going back down here. And Reach staying pretty aggressive apparently. Warping in yet another pylon near another expo coming from his opponent. Got some photon cannons being warped in here at this expo now too. Yellow gonna try and counter it. Zergling's out. Don't worry, that's not Elroy. Elroy trying to stay alive. Entering dangerous territory. Uh-oh. Got a Link coming inside to reach his base, saying hello. Do have expansions completed and the photon cannon's pegging away at it. It will not be alive for very long. Overlord popped at that expo. Expansion is about to go bye-bye. The Lings have found Elroy. Elroy seems to be in some serious trouble. And Elroy stays alive. Citadel of Adun being warped in here. Zergling's doing some scouting for yellow. Yellow with some blatant Overlord placement right over the main bases and expansion base of Reach. Again, folks, Reach is in the white on the right side of the stage for you, and yellow is on the left side of the stage in the brown. Probe out and scouting. Zergling's chasing after it. Groon has popped for Reach. Reach going to back off just a bit. See some Zerglings. Going to set himself up to block the choke point. So Reach pretty aggressive off the start. Not paying off too much for him. Another Zealot pops. Repositioning his choke point. Notice the placement of his Dragoon. Trying to make sure he can hit them without taking any damage. More Lings coming in now for yellow. This could be a pretty big force. Big force to deal with. Reach going to try and hold them off with some good placement. And that photon cannon going to block his Zealot in there and make sure the photon cannon can't be reached. Both players kind of backing off a bit, making sure they are building the right stuff they need to now. Again, the map is Signal, and this is the grand finals here at BlizzCon 2005 for StarCraft. action up at the top left. Zergling's going to come in, finish off those cannons. And we've got some more movement. Citadel of Adun upgrades have been researched for those Zealots. Zealots making their way towards the middle of the map. Hydralisks have popped now as well for Yellow. Yellow going to get down a creep colony as fast as he can, chasing after those Hydras. Good placement there by Yellow. He's trying to block off some of his units. Drones coming in to try and reinforce. Zerglings as well, going after the Zealots. Zealots taking a stand here, and they have dished out some major pain, but they will run away from the fight, doing a little bit of hitting and running. Is Reach. Reach going into the main base now of Yellow. Or, sorry, the expansion base of Yellow. Getting a couple of units there. Some Lings coming down. And coming up. One cell left behind to take care of the Sunken Colony at that expo. Zerglings just popped. Reach gonna have to move those Zealots away from the fight, bringing over more Zealots to try and reinforce the action. Lurkers now for Yellow. He managed to hide those. He's gonna try and get those burrowed. He knows his opponent doesn't have too much in the way of observers. Zealot's going to finish off most of those Lings, trying to get away from that Lurker. They do. Reach staying alive. Managed to take out one of the expansions. Reach warping in more photon cannons, keeping himself a pretty long defense here. More Lings popping out for Yellow. Here come the Lurkers. Lurkers going inside the main base of Reach. Gonna try and do some damage to that mineral line, positioning themselves so they can get out of the way of the photon cannon. Not gonna happen. Good placement by Reach. He's gonna force those Lurkers to back off just a little bit. They will get in and do some damage to that mineral line though. Zealots coming up. Trying to find some Lurkers, and they do. By getting a huge, jagged spine through their undercarriage. Lurkers being microed around, trying to stay alive. Will they get burrowed? No. One goes down. Observer has popped. Finishing off that second Lurker is Reach. Nicely done. Reach has been playing very well today. I've watched him most of the day. He's been watching a lot of replays, checking building placements. Making sure he knows the distance between everything. Just checking out the maps, basically. I don't think they've had too much time to check out these maps. A lot of these players staying in leagues over in Korea. Overlord about to die here. Got a force movement here for Reach. Could see some action soon. And looks like we might. Because Sunken Colony seeing those guys. I think Reach going to be doing a little bit of scouting here. Seeing what's going on. Couple shots coming in nice. Block there by Yellow. He's going to stop Reach from going any further. Oh, nice Size Storm. Going to hold off those Zerglings a little while. We got some Mutalisks popping now here for Yellow. Mutalisks great for hit and runs. Reach is going to mass up his forces. And here come the Mutalisks doing some scouting and running into quite the bit of resistance. Size Storm there. Quick reactions by Reach. And here come the Mutalisks. Going to try and get in a couple shots on these gateways. Maybe force Reach to react. Sunken Colonies have gone down there for Yellow. And Reach going to get mobile. Not reacting too much to the presence of those Mutalisks main base. Oh, maybe not. Here comes a High Templar. Yellow's going to see that, back off a little bit, runs right into the Size Storm, takes some major damage there. Reach checking out different expansions. And he's still moving around the map here with quite a nice force. And here comes Reach inside this expansion base of Yellow. Yellow with a lot of sunken colonies, trying to defend, I think, against those High Templar. High Templar seem to be quite a bit to deal with, though, and they will do all kinds of damage. Lurker eggs are down. They will stay alive for a lot longer than possible. Here come the Mutalisks trying to reinforce things. Not going to happen. Reach going to finish things off, I think, at this expo. Here comes some Hydralisks. Might be too little too late. I think it is. Side storms on his own units. And Yellow says, good game. First one going to Reach. It's okay to cheer, people. Let's get loud. Nicely done there by Reach. Almost in complete control of this map. Well done. We should get the next game started here in just a moment. Again, folks, Reach coming up from the losers bracket. I think he's going to take a quick break. So we should be ready in a couple minutes. It's Wax Steven for Inside the Game. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves thus far. It seems like we've drawn quite the crowd here.
All right, folks, this is DJ Wheat here at BlizzCon 2005, live from Anaheim, California. We've got a pause in between the first set of games, possibly Reach coming back from the losers bracket. And it's good. You scare me there, Blanks. Back here in the production booth, just waiting for the next game to get started. As you could see, Mr. Reach warming up there. That's his manager on screen, giving him some tips. As Wax Steven pointed out, they're doing a lot of watching of replays, seeing if they can catch possibly anything that may help them in the next game. Now, Yellow being the favorite right now, coming from the winner's bracket, but Reach, he's not out of it yet. No, not at all. He wins game one in a very, very nice game. I have to say, you know, I'm not the biggest StarCraft fan in the world, but you watch all these people out here, you see these players throughout the entire weekend, and you can't help but loving it. Here's Wax Steven once again.
Reach is just having a minor problem with his headphones. Should be just a little bit. Okay, we're going to get him some replacement headphones. Shouldn't be too long at all. We'll get the next match started up. Next map should be Rhodes to Antigua Prime. What'd you guys think of that first map? You like those aggressive plays?
And as you can see, the next map going to be Rhodes to Antigua Prime. Wax Steven preparing himself, and we've got Reach getting ready. They are going to give him some replacement headphones. As you can see, one of the BlizzCon staff assisting him with that right now. We've got myself on production, Wax Steven on the microphone, and Blanks doing the camera work up there on the stage. Great job, Blanks. Great job. So Reach wins game one is what is the BlizzCon StarCraft Grand Finals. Sitting right behind me, I've got Air Dave, quite possibly one of the largest StarCraft fans in the universe. Came out to BlizzCon, not necessarily for the expansion, not necessarily for StarCraft Ghost, but just to see these guys play. And I think he can die a happy man. He got his picture taken with these guys. He got a chance to talk with them through the translator. And there you can see Reach on screen right now, watching the replay. His manager giving him some tips, saying what he did great, what he didn't do great. But Reach put down in the losers bracket, has been fighting his way back, and it looks like he is ready to rock and roll once again as he filters through that replay to see if there's anything at all that he can catch. As stated just a few moments ago, the next map is going to be the roads to Antigua Prime, and Wax Steven has pointed out one interesting thing about this particular map, and it looks like they're about ready to start, but the starting positions are the northwest corner and the southeast corner, so both players know exactly where they are, where their opponent is. And so it looks like Reach is going to set himself up, chatting to his fellow KTF teammate. This is DJ Wheat with Inside the Game in the Global Gaming League, providing you live coverage of BlizzCon 2005. Roads to Antigua Prime is going to be the next match. If Reach can win this one, he will be moving it. He will force Yellow essentially down to the losers bracket, and that will force another set of best-of-3 games. The crowd here is ridiculous. It is crazy. It is off the
testing.
hook.
Okay.
And here we go.
Folks, so you guys ready for the next map? You guys know by now you're going to have to do way better than that. Come on. That's what I like to hear. All right, folks, we are about to get started. StarCraft Grand Finals here, BlizzCon 2005. Let's yell out your favorite player, guys. Come on. The map is Roads to Antigua Prime. Reach versus Yellow. Reach grabbing the red, Yellow grabbing the green. Must be odd having your name being in color sometimes and just not getting it. I wonder if he gets disappointed. Anyway, start things off. Only 2 start locations on this map, so both players pretty much know where each other starts. If there is a third map, folks, it will go to King of the Abyss. Kind of excited to see another match on that map. I kind of like that map. I think it's interesting. Anyway, to start off, not a whole lot going on, just some scouting by both players. Starting buildings going down. We'll see if this probe is deserving of a name. If he will be as famous as Elroy or Herbie. Just some early scouting going on so far. Again, folks, the winner of this tournament walks away with $10,000. That's a lot of Murloc t-shirts. I think they are sold out now, though, so that's not going to help him very much. Guess he'll just have to buy a car instead. Probe from Reach, coming inside the base now of Yellow, doing a little bit of scouting, seeing that spawn pool go down. Another interesting building choice coming from Reach. Zerglings popping for Yellow, going after that probe. Photon cannon going down now for Reach. Gonna build another one up. Gonna try and get those constructed as quickly as he can. Reach might have gotten himself caught here. 6 Zerglings coming his way. He doesn't have too much in the way of a defense. Gonna have to bring his probes up to do something. Going after those Zerglings on those probes. Photon cannon warped in. Some Zerglings sneak through. Reach in a little bit of trouble. 2 Zerglings go down, but 4 Zerglings. Oh no, I'm sorry, 3. 3 managed to sneak through. Coming into the mineral line here of his opponent is Yellow. Yellow going to try and get some shots in. Seeing a photon cannon going down there as well. Going to try and go after the Nexus. Get some damage in there. Probe's going to come over and try and do some damage to those Zerglings. Photon cannon going to be created, and Reach going to hold out for just a little bit longer. Reach still has not created himself a single unit besides a probe. Doing some scouting, seeing some Zerglings. Gonna finally drop himself down a gateway. Zergling's still inside of his main base, gonna come up for that expo now. They have seen the expo. They're gonna kind of think about what to do. Running into some resistance from the photon cannon are those Zerglings. Looking around for any other expos coming from Reach. Yellow pretty much knows what's going on with Reach right now. Yellow just kind of chilling out inside Reach's base. Waiting for some buildings to be constructed. Making sure that Reach doesn't expand anywhere he does not want him to. First Zealot has popped down for Reach. Gonna try and get some pot shots in on those Zerglings. Speed upgrades. Researched. The adrenal glands. Or no, wait, that's not adrenal glands. Never mind. Zerglings backing away. Cybernetic score going down now as well. Zealot's still trying to chase after those Zerglings. One of them bites the dust and explodes. And had to make a mess. Third one down. Reach running into a little bit of resistance. No happy probes getting through. Photon cannons, yet more, are going down inside Reach's base, his expansion base here. Defended it pretty well, lots of photon cannons. More buildings being warped in here for Reach. Staying pretty quiet thus far. Hasn't really gone too aggressive in a little while. Another Zergling biting the dust there. One of the scouting lings left behind by Yellow. Reach gonna move on up through the middle of the map. Seeing an Overlord. Hi. Reach just doing some more scouting here, seeing what's going on with his opponent, possibly trying to get in some economic damage. And it appears Yellow has just seen his first sign of trouble. A Corsair coming to say hello to his Overlord. And Yellow gonna dish out some of his own trouble here. If he can. No, it might be a little too late. No, he does manage to drop it down. Lurker down inside the mineral line, or at least he will be very soon. Reach gonna have to warp in a photon cannon to try and do something about that. Lurker is down, gonna disrupt the mineral line there. Get in some shots on that constructing photon cannon. We'll be able to take that out. I don't think, yep, Reach does cancel it. A couple more Corsairs checking out the scene for Reach. Got some Lurkers dropped at that main base. Oh man, and yellow is doing some serious damage to this main base. Nexus is gonna go bye-bye. There it goes. Main base Nexus has been destroyed. Reach gonna try and retreat his probes here. Probes taking major damage. Oh no! Reach gonna say good game. Yellow gonna grab that one from no place. Just a great lurker drop there by Yellow, grabbing him the victory for this game. Let's get some more cheering for these guys. Come on. That's what we like to hear, people. Well played by both players. Yellow saw a little bit through that early rush from Reach, learned from his first mistake. We're gonna get the next game started up here, and keep in mind, folks, Reach has to win this game if he wants to stay alive in this tournament. Otherwise, $10,000 going to Yellow. And here we go, King of the Abyss. Come on, people, let's go. Who's your favorite player? All right, to start off, we got Yellow in the purple, contrasting color. Yes, I went to art school. Reach in the blue. Again, Reach playing Protoss, and Yellow playing Zerg. King of the Abyss, an interesting map, mainly because of the way the starting locations are set up. Both players are on the same island, divided by one kind of large mineral deposit. Now Reach handled things pretty oddly on this map earlier. We'll see if he will do something else crazy here. Overlord doing some scouting for Yellow. He's just now seen the pylon going down for Reach. Reach bringing down another probe. I think he's going to try and sneak him through. Yeah, there he goes. Sneaking that probe right through that mineral line. Heading on up. Still no buildings constructed here by Yellow. Waiting on that Overlord. Drones discovering a probe here. Taking some major damage. Spawning pool going down now for Yellow. Reach getting himself a gateway. Apparently nothing crazy coming from Reach this time. Might be backing off a little bit after the last map. Again, folks, I am Black Steven for Inside the Game. Be sure to check out www.radioitg.com. We're going to have some VODs, some replays, and some other good stuff up there. So be sure to check us out. We do a lot of casting, folks. Some more scouting being done by both players. Yellow going to check things out at his natural expo. And it appears Reach has the same idea. Gonna back off though and head into his main base yet again. First Zealot's popped. And scouting probe of Reach gonna be forced away from the base for a little bit. Runs into two Zerglings of Yellow. Yellow gonna chase after him, try and finish him off. Yellow will manage to see that, or I'm sorry, Reach will manage to see that expo of Yellow. He's got some Zealots position, or a Zealot position to block the spot where Zerglings can run through on this map. More scouting being done by Yellow. Checking out the mineral line. He's just seen a Stargate going down for Reach. Possibly going to see some Corsairs coming from him. And the scouting probe of Reach trying to stay alive for as long as it can. And I think it's about to bite the dust. Oh, staying alive. Oh, there it goes. Aww. Expansion now down for yellow. Hydralisk has popped, going after that Zealot, possibly moving him out of the way so that the Zerglings can get through. Reach with a nice little maneuver there. He's going to try and sneak back. No, not able to stop the Zerglings. Zerglings coming through. They're going to try and go after the main base of Reach. They did sneak through, and we do not have any photon cannons here as of yet. The Zerglings will come through. Another pylon going down now inside the main base of Reach. Reach taking some damage here to his mineral line. One probe biting the dust, and the probes chasing after that Zergling. At least a little bit, sending a Zealot over to finish it off. Makes a nice squishy sound upon death. Photon cannon warped in, going near that opening. Again, folks, the map is King of the Abyss. Reach needs to win this map to stay in this tournament. Otherwise, yellow is your champion. Yellow sticking with some Hydralisks. And Zerglings. More units running around the map here for yellow. And we've got our first Corsair pop chasing after yellow's Overlord. Now, I don't know how many of you were here yesterday to watch the map versus Mondragon. But Nalra managed to come back with Corsairs and win the map. I think we've had, yep, we do have the transport upgrade for those Overlords. And the Corsairs going to try and do some damage to it. Hydras with the range upgrade, I think. Zealots looking for any kind of a drop. Corsair just going to stay there and guard that area, making sure no drops take place. More Corsairs here, popping for Reach. Gonna have a lot of Hydralisks to deal with. Again, his opponent has expanded, so he's got a lot more money to deal with here. Yellow getting ready. Making sure he's ready to attack. Dragoons starting to pop now for Reach. Good long-range fighters, anti-air. Similar to Hydralisk, except a little tougher, more powerful, and more expensive. Both players kind of scoping each other out. Reach preparing for the worst. And he might just be expecting the worst now. Here comes Yellow. Yellow going to do a drop here. Reach going to try and finish off those Overlords. Does not. Hydralisks have been dropped. Upgrades have been researched for them. Here come the Zerglings and Hydralisks trying to finish off that Robotics Bay before he can do anything about it. There it goes. Robotics Bay is gone. Reaver pops before it goes. He's going to finish that off before he can do anything about it. Here comes Reach with his probes. He's going to try and use his probes to defend against those Hydralisks, and he just might do it. Bringing over a Dragoon and two Zealots as well. Going after Yellow's forces. Pushing Yellow into a corner. Yellow blocked in now. He's going to bring over an Overlord to pick them up. No, he's dropping more down. He's going to do some major damage to these probes, and Reach is in for some serious hurt. Reach going to drop down some photon cannons here, trying to stay alive. But he is taking some big damage, and he is fighting a losing battle. Can he come back? I don't know if it's possible at this point. Photon cannon warped in. Probe's going to try and distract those Hydras. And he's going to hang on for just a little while longer. Corsairs going after those Overlords. His only chance right now is to make sure he kills those Overlords. Dragoon gonna back away, heading on over towards the Photon Cannon. Photon Cannon goes down, Dragoon goes down. Gateway might be going down soon. No, he's gonna go for the pylon, make sure it's got no power. It's got no power. The Gateway will go. And Yellow seems in complete control of this map right now. Yellow gonna bring up some more Hydralisks. Again, folks, Reach is fighting for survival at this point. Second place gets 3,000. That's a lot less than main prize. Reach gonna back off just a little bit, hanging back with his Corsairs. More Hydras being dropped here for Yellow. And here come the Hydras inside Reach's base. One Photon Cannon going down. Second one down. The Hydra's doing some damage. Photon Cannon's keeping Reach alive just for a little while longer. Overlord's still there, able to pick up units. It's not going to. It's going to hang back and kill off one of the Stargates. Hydra's still pegging away at the Stargate here. It's going to go. This could be it for Reach. Reach has lost his Stargate. He's not giving up yet, but we've got some Scourge chasing after those Corsairs. Corsairs got no place to go. Scourge chasing after it, trying to juke and jive. And there it goes. The last Corsair for Reach. Reach is in some serious hurt right now. Hydralisk all over his main base. Reach still not giving up. He's got more money and Photon Cannons to build. Hydra's pegging away. They will finish off that pylon. Reaver has just popped. But here come the Mutalisks. Uh-oh. It's not looking pretty. And they've just found the robotics facility. Reaver's still alive. Gonna force those Hydras to back off. Mutalisk is going to try and finish off that robotics facility. Not much that Reach can do at this point. He's got no Expos. And this might be all she wrote. Muta's still trying to finish things off, and Reach, I think, has just acknowledged his loss. He's not given up yet. Trying to get in another Stargate here. Mutalisks from his opponent mashing up. Again, folks, $10,000 on the line, or in this case, $7,000. Photon Cannon pegging away, holding back those Mutalisks, at least for a little while longer. The Reaver out and about here for Reach, making sure that his base is still slightly defended. Running a bit low on minerals. Probe doing some scouting here. Gets annihilated at one volley. Corsair has just popped, going after one of the Overlords of Yellow. Yellow going to chase after it with a Mutalisk push. You can see some pretty interesting micro there coming from that Corsair. Juking and jiving. Reaver being placed in the middle of the building. The Mutalisk seeing it. Reach going to have to cancel a Photon Cannon, rebuild it. Yellow seems to be in control thus far. Looking with those air units. Not too interested in doing those drop strategies he was pulling off before. Yellow sees that his opponent still has 2 Stargates. Corsairs trying to run around the map. They've got a lot of Scourges to deal with. There it goes. Reach saying good game. Reach is going to grab second place, and yellow is your grand champion, folks. Let's hear it. Come on. Congratulations to yellow. He will grab the victory here at BlizzCon 2005. Great job by both players, two teammates, two good friends. And a great set of games.